Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Colorado's Real Estate Authority, Barb Schlinker. Barb Schlinker is a retired Navy veteran. Barb is an author. Barb Schlinker is a pilot, and Barb and her team enjoy all that Colorado and the Front Range have to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, we air Your Real Estate Voice every Saturday, and if you can't listen to the entire show, it is always available on Barb's site, barbhasthebuyers.com, or just go ahead and search Barb on most of the popular podcast platforms, iHeartRadio, as well as the others. Every week, Your Real Estate Voice covers great information about the housing market and one of your largest assets, that's your home. Barb, what will we be covering today?
Well, Richard, the first topic I'm going to cover is what is the effect of the National Association of Realtors settlement on the real estate market? We're just over 2 weeks into this big change where they quit offering a commission for buyer's agents, and buyer's agents actually have to sign an agreement with their buyers about who's going to pay their fee before they show a house, which is a huge change in the industry. So there's a lot of interesting behavior that's going on, and we're going to cover that and also how it's impacting the market. And then the next topic, I'm going to talk about real estate agents and really how we help our own real estate agents make better pay and get more time off in the state of Colorado. We're going to deep dive into our systems because I think the industry is sadly very broken. It's terrible at teaching agents. The hardest thing that they have is how to get business. And that's why pretty much industry wide, a majority of agents only sell 3 or less homes a year. More than half sell none or one. So it's kind of sad to see that. And then the third topic kind of dovetails with the National Association of Realtors issue. And it kind of gets into a little bit more detail about negotiating and what should a buyer do if they decide they want to make an offer, they decided to get their own representation with their agent, but guess what? The seller didn't want to pay their agent's fee. So there's some issues that are going on with that, and of course, some solutions. And the last topic, we're going to deep dive a little bit more on how to sell a house fast for cash in Colorado. And as always, I love talking about my hot new listings. Richard?
You do, in fact. We'll do that a little bit later. Barb, the sweeping changes that just went into effect after the National Association of Realtors settled that lawsuit about price fixing. So, what impact has that NAR settlement had on the real estate market so far?
Well, it's really interesting, Richard. It's kind of changed the way agents behave. We're getting a lot more calls to the office from agents asking questions about how much commission might be offered for them. And it's just really different. And it's hard for them because it's difficult for them to know what they're going to get paid, right, when they close a transaction. So they don't know for sure. What the state did is they changed the contracts and they put a paragraph in the contract that said either the seller pays, the buyer pays, or a negotiation between the listing agent and the buyer's agent, or a combination thereof. They don't know. So it's really created a lot of uncertainty within the industry. And at the same time, what's going on in the market is we have a huge surge of available homes on the market, something we haven't seen for probably 6 or 7 years. And that's really happened really in the last 2 months. If you look at, I brought up a screenshot right now of some weekly data just in the Pikes Peak MLS. And the big thing that stands out to me is that more sellers are decreasing their price than are homes getting sold by far. Plus, there's some properties that are basically going off the market unsold. So last year at this time in the Pikes Peak region, there were about 2,200 homes available for the buyers to choose from. Right now, we're over 3,500 homes. And we're seeing a lot of home sellers on a weekly basis having to lower their price just to attract a buyer. It's almost 60% in a month. Only about 10% of home sellers are getting contracts weekly, and only 9% are selling. So what we're going to see, obviously, is going to be a change in the prices. And honestly, I think there's some buyers that are just sitting on the sideline waiting for the prices to be at a number where they feel comfortable, and then they're going to strike and purchase homes. And there are lower rates right now. The rates have actually come down from, I think back in October, it was 8.06%. Right now, it's under 6.4%. But it really, everybody was thinking, oh, if it goes down into the low sixes, that means that all the buyers are going to come out of the woodwork, but it's not moving the bar. There are actually fewer than 9% mortgage applications going on right now. It's just not enough to move the bar at this point. So you know what's going to happen. You got more inventory, you got fewer buyers. It's going to have a downward pressure on pricing. And I think is probably a segment of the buyer population that's kind of sitting on the sidelines going, well, maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait until the prices come down and or the rates come down. And so what I think we're going to see is maybe an increase of inventory going into the end of the year, a lot more choices for buyers, and there could be more competition to attract a buyer for home sellers. So that means when you go on the market, you absolutely have to have all the 4 Ps correct. You have to make sure your home is prepared for the market. You have to make sure you pick the right agent that helps you position the home, both with pricing and with marketing and with the sales strategy. And you have to price it right. Absolutely critical that you price it right. And, it doesn't matter what kind of market we're in. Anytime a home is priced right, you get a dog pile of buyers, okay? And that is actually the way that you get the most money. And you also need to make sure that your home is properly promoted to attract the most amount of buyers. We have lots of free reports up on our website, barbhasthebuyers.com. And there is one report that will actually help you get many of the top 7 tips in order to get top dollar when you sell your home as part of getting the 4 Ps right. And you just go to barbhasthebuyers.com, click on free reports, and you can download that report right there. What we're seeing, just looking back at the past probably 6 months, and really the September statistics haven't quite come out yet. They should be out this week, I hope. But what we're seeing when I look at my analytical data that gives me daily updates is that the median asking price is the same as it was a week ago. So it's not going up, but it's not going down. And it's a little bit higher than it was 6 months ago. So if you're selling a home right now, you absolutely have to be priced very realistically. Nobody wants their house to sit on the market week after week and deal with all these people coming through their house going, it wasn't this and it wasn't that, and I didn't like this, and the price is too high, it needs too much work, whatever they're saying. People want it sold. That's their objective. And even with the rates coming down, the buyers are not doing backflips to get in the game. As of this preparation for the show, the rates were just under what I saw this morning was about 6.34 for conventional. And just so you know, when you're talking about rates, it adjusts pretty much every weekday hourly. So it goes up and down. It just moves a little bit here and there. The 30-year fixed VA loan is at 5.82% right now. So it is coming down into the 5s. And that one, absolutely, when you start getting down in the 5 ranges, now we're starting to probably get attention from the buyers. So if you put your house on the market, do not be surprised if a buyer comes in and says, hey, will you pay 10, 15, 20,000 of my loan closing costs so I can pay down the interest rate and make the payment more affordable? And you might have to do that if they make a decent offer. And if it's your only other choice, it might be a good solution for you. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyer's team. And what we're talking about is really how this National Association of Realtors settlement has impacted the market just in the past few weeks. And when we come back, what we're going to be covering is what you should do to actually prepare to sell your home going forward. And if you are thinking of making a move, we'd love to talk with you. Even if you're not ready right now, it's okay. I have a lot of people call me and they want to meet with me, even though they're not quite ready to go on the market. There's nothing wrong with that. We love doing that. We love being able to give you a really good idea of what you can hope that will happen when you sell your home. We give you a good idea of what price range your home would sell in, how much money you put in your pocket when it sells. That way you can plan when it is time to move, kind of what kind of assets you have to work with to buy your next home. So you could go to barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll show you our cash offers. We'll show you the 700 high match buyers for your home. And we'd love to talk with you. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
Barb, now we're discussing the current real estate market and how people can be prepared if they want to buy or sell. So, what should home sellers expect and do in a market situation just like this one?
Well, if you're a seller, the best way to what I call rip the Band-Aid off, meaning get the house on the market, get it priced right, get it marketed right, priced very realistically. That actually generates the most buyer activity and the highest price for your home. I just had an open house 2 weekends ago. We had 44 people there in 1 hour, and it's now under contract. That's the way to do it. Now, we might have been able to squeeze a little bit more money out of the house, but at the end of the day, it could have taken week after week. Nobody knows what the future is going to bring. It's just that's the not fun button when it comes to selling a home. And really, experts are saying that, there might be a lot more buyers come out of the woodworks if we see the prices go into the low fives. But you know what? That could happen if a buyer is thoughtful enough to try to negotiate, make a decent offer on the home, and try to negotiate their rate down and make the home affordable. And as always, buyers are going to jump on the best deals. And for buyers, if you're waiting for rates to fall and you need to buy a home and it's the right time to buy a home, I don't think I would do that. A lot of these lenders actually offer an opportunity to do a very low cost refinance if the rates subsequently fall. So if it's affordable for you and you find the right home, just go for it. Find a way to make it work because we could see the market surge if the rates drop down in the fives. We could see bidding wars again. We never know. So I wouldn't wait if you see the right home hit the market. Interest rates, are kind of an indication of where the market's gonna go. Right now, they're dropping. The Fed claims he's going to lower rates, but not much has happened. However, it is in the low sixes now, which is definitely an improvement from where it was in the spring, which was about 7.5%. And consumers are very sensitive to changes in interest rates right now. And the whole reason behind this is basically they are looking to make sure when they buy a home, it's affordable for them. So right now, what I'm seeing in some of the offers that we're getting on our listings is agents kind of are assuming that it's a buyer's market and that they can make a really, really low ball offer, or they're asking for unusual commission amounts for their success fees. And you know what? At the end of the day, right now, because of the changes with NAR, everything is negotiable, and be ready to negotiate. And it saddens me that the industry is just not trained on how to negotiate. You can make things work, and some people are trained and they're very good at it, and some people are not. So you want to make sure that if you are hiring an agent, that you hire somebody and ask them that question. What do you know about negotiating for the buyer's agent commission? What do you know about negotiating to get me the price that I need? We do all that on a daily basis. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3900, and we'll be happy to meet with you and give you a really good idea of what your home will sell for and how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about how we can help real estate agents make better pay with more time off here in Colorado. Stay tuned for that.